So this is the end of 2025, and I'm going to do a quick, not quick, it'll probably take a while. I'm going to do an end of the year video of Motu Origins, Masters of the Universe Origins. And I would say this is only the downstairs. Upstairs is everything else, but we're going to start down here. But I would say I probably have the most mint collection there is of Motu Origins, and almost complete. The only thing that I'm missing is Eternia. The box was just too damn big. I had to pass on that. The next crowdfund that's coming out, I passed on that too. And the Power Cons sets, I'm missing those. Everything else I have, except a few variants, and we'll get into variants when we get upstairs. I decided not to include the sublines, which would be the cartoon line here, and then the Transformer line. I'm not including that either. I don't. To me, that's not really Origins. It's kind of a branch off from Origins. So when I say like 98% complete, I'm talking about everything else. And the Thundercats crossover, I not diving into that either. It's just way too many figures. And once we get upstairs, you'll see the amount of room it takes up. But for reference, I do buy, one of the crossovers. So far it seems like the Transformer He-Man crossover is flopping. Nobody likes it. I actually like this figure, and it was on sale recently, so I grabbed it. But I can't really see me picking up any of the other figures, and they're just so expensive. So let's just start we'll go from right to left. We'll dive into that, and we got some OG He-Man up here. We got toys everywhere. We got Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, just got all types of stuff, video games. This house is pretty much a museum. So anyways, have Fright Zone here. This was the latest set that came out, close to $100. They changed a little bit around as compared to the original. Instead of the sock puppet thing that they had before, they have like an actual monster. And I think they did a little something with the tree too that makes it a little bit better. So people seem to like that a little bit better. So they're starting to dive into a Stranger Things crossover, and I decided to get those because really the He-Man figures on top are pretty much the same as the Origins line. So this is the newest one currently that had came out recently, is Hordak and Hellfire Man. And I haven't dove into Stranger Things, but I do like Hellfire Man because he reminds me of Gwar. And I actually did a concert with some of the members from Gwar a long time ago at a wrestling show. Me and a couple of the members from Gwar, we performed. We sang at a wrestling show during halftime, so that was pretty cool. I wasn't in their band, but they played and I played. That's what I'm trying to say. This is the 80th anniversary of Mattel, and so again we have the 3000th version of He-Man and Skeletor, but it's a pretty cool box set. They branched off and started doing this sketchbook series, and this is the latest one at the moment as I'm speaking. And we got some upstairs that we can show too. These are basically like the sketchbook of the figures that like the first version that didn't come out. like a rough concept drawing. And so they brought those to life. They've been kind of whack, to be honest. Well, it's about 50-50, I would say, honestly. The first one that came out was horrible. This one's pretty good. I like this one. And Cyclone is upstairs. I'll show that too. And that one's decent. Now these are the sub-series, the cartoon collection. And they have tons of these, probably as many of these as they do of the original line. For Black Friday, they were on sale, so I got these. And then I have 3 more coming. But like I said, everything is mint condition. Like from top to bottom, I've spent like $400 in cases, I think. Something around that. Anything that I can get into a case, I do. So it goes straight from either the store or the shipping boxes right into the cases, and dust free and everything. So like I said, everything is, whenever I get something, I inspect it up and down for mint. This, the tab on this here is a little bit rough to me. You know, not many people would be picky about that, but since this is kind of a sub-series and something I'm not taking too, what's the word I'm looking for, too seriously, I'm a little bit more lenient with these of not being in mint. So this is just a reference piece, I call it. So when I'm showing off the collection, I could say they did a collaboration with Transformers, and this is what it looks like. That's really all that I have that for, really. So the WWE Superstars, this is all I got from this line. I'm trying to not dive into it. This is a really hard line to get in mint condition. So these ones here are all in perfect mint condition. We're missing a tab on Hogan there, and that Hogan. I kind of want to kick myself in the ass because I had a chance to meet Hogan. He came through town when he was advertising his beer or whatever, and I could have got one of these autographed. And just, I don't know, for some reason I didn't want to meet him, because sometimes, like, I guess I've met a lot of celebrities, and sometimes it's just better if you don't meet them and they just stay in your mind as a celebrity, if that makes any sense. It just makes it cooler. But now I don't know, I look back on it and really wish I would have seen them and got those autographed. The really cool thing today is I found Zeus in the store today in mint condition, so I grabbed it. And I believe these are interchangeable with the He-Man figures. You can kind of pop them apart, I think. I've never opened them before, but I'm pretty sure these are interchangeable. So that's why I'm showing them. But I might be wrong. I don't know. But yeah, it's a really awesome line. I haven't dove into it. It's just too much money, too much space. I wanted to do a little bit of variety, so I threw some turtles up here. I had the full mass collection when I was younger. I was only missing a few. I had to sell it. I was young, and I didn't get paid for my job, and so for rent money, I ended up selling my entire mass collection for like $300. It's something that's kicked me in the ass ever since. So recently, I went online and I bought some used ones here, and I just wanted to have some back. So we got a gremlin up there, but down here we have the what was that called? I think Veer Friends. Yeah, Veer Friends. It says it in the corner there. That's a pretty cool box set. It slides from the left and right, and then you have the 2 figures in the middle, and it comes with a comic book. I can't really bend down and show these because I had stomach surgery, so we'll just have to talk about it from here. But that's the 40th box set. There's 4 4 He-Man figures in there, and then it's cased up like a TV and like a TV guide and a TV and everything. The inside is really cool the way they packaged it, but the figures are kind of shit, to be honest. And then we have this 2 Stranger Things down there. I don't know how good you can read them, but that one's Vecna, I think, and Demogorgon with Skeletor and He-Man. So I don't remember what came out first. I think, yeah, Skeletor came out first, and then He-Man came out a couple months later. These have been very far apart on the release dates, like months. And then, like I said before, this is the latest one that came out. So, yeah, that's it for down there. I'm not gonna get into the OGs up there, but I'm gonna stop this video, and then I'm gonna go upstairs and record the rest of the big collection.